Welcome back. I'm Denise Brady. And does TLC really give us real marriages? Or is it all production, producers, manipulation to make us believe that these marriages are really happy homes? We're going to look at all of it right about now. If you are new here, why haven't you hit that like, that subscribe, that notification bell? We need you here to join the community. We are on the road to 3,000 and you guys are going to help me here. We're developing a community organically. We ain't buying, okay? Now, I have been a fan of many of the TLC family reality shows. And most recently, we saw the Derricos divorce, which kind of suspect to me. We've seen Johnny K plus 8, sister wives, I was going to say super wives, sister wives, and all of them in the beginning portray this happy home with these loving kids, but is it really fact? Okay, I feel like at times TLC pushes this happy home, families that really are living out their dreams, the American dream, but is it really that? When you look at John and K plus 8, the Derricos, the sister wives, all of them ended up having divorces. That's what they all have in common. They come from big homes, big families. And sometimes when you watch these shows, you really want this. You want that marriage. You want those kids. We're enthralled in how is it that all these women live together with one man? How is it that two people cater to 14 children? How is it that John and Kay are making it work with all of these different issues with their kids and one home? Okay, it gains our curiosity. It's a psychology of just curiosity killed the cat. Okay, now most recently, the Derricos divorced. Now, some might say it was an unhappy home. She was stressed. There's even been speculation, not from me, but what the people saying out on the streets is that Mr. Okay, might not like women. Now, that's not none of my business, okay, nor is anyone else's, but it's also someone has said that they divorced for tax reasons. Now, okay, TLC, when you compare the Derricos to John and K plus 8, these other families who were making a lot more money, when I did my research, they actually were not making as much. The Derricos were making reportedly only $7,000 to $10,000 an episode, which makes their worth, I think, in the 6 million range. But why do you think it is that this family was not getting as much money as some of these other popular families? Do you think that race was involved? Do you think it's the popularity, the ratings? Do you think all that played a part in it? Now, looking at them as a whole, the mom looks kind of stressed out. The father seems kind of controlling. Different kids have health issues, mental health issues. And then they have I think she is 18 at this point. So she's not technically a child, but as a mother, she's still a child. Okay. Now, would I divorce someone having 13, 14 kids? I don't really know. Okay. Because I would think that they have enough money to build a house on some land. You build your house over there. I build my house over here. We get a go-kart and we just go back and forth on the property line. Okay. Thinking about the hurt, the pain of what those kids are going to go through being pushed back and forth. And I have a lot of clients who are children of divorce and how the divorce really affected them growing up because they were put against both parents. They became parentified. They became weaponized. And I am not saying you should stay in a marriage if you are not happy. Okay. But I think in this case, it was just so quick. Okay. They filed for divorce, and a couple of days later, they were divorced. What y'all think? Do you think it was really about that the relationship is not working out? Because wasn't a couple episodes, and also on the Sherry Shepherd show, when she was asked, Karen was asked if she wanted to have another baby. Whatever is in God's plan, I would have another baby. She said she did. He, on the other hand, was kind of like, I don't know about that. Okay. And when you look at him as a person, the blonde hair, the outfits, it's just giving that he really wanted to be out of the relationship. So I'm guessing he filed because Karen seemed really in love with her family. She wanted that family unit, but sometimes people are very much single in a relationship, single in a marriage functioning. We saw certain things portrayed on camera, but what was really happening when those camera crew production was not there. Okay. And now Is it to hide assets? I'm not really sure. But I wouldn't put it past someone who's been on TV, making a lot of money, have all them kids, all them tax write-offs. Okay, but y'all let me know. But it feels like TLC in the beginning puts out this perfect lifestyle built upon the curiosity of, look at this family, you know, was it Platteville, living in nowhere, living off the grid. They find these families who are in kind of these situations where, oh, this is what our viewership wants. And it feels like at times it's exploitative. Okay, they weaponize the dynamics of these families, some of the trauma, the hurt, the pain, the stress, and you add a camera crew in your face. You're assigned producer, and they're like, let's refilm that. Karen, can you just look a little sadder? You know, can you just look a little bit? Can we say this a little bit differently? And that's how these reality shows start to play with the family dynamics. Even when you're looking at John and Kate plus 8, looking at how even when they were divorcing, TLC was really, you know what, we can make this work. Let's just pay John a bunch of money just to pretend that you guys are still married, because we still want our bag, okay? We still want the dollars. We still need that money. So even though John is unhappy, Kate, convince him, sign the paperwork. We can make it work. It's all about manipulation for ratings, okay? At the cost of, yes, the parents, but ultimately the children, okay? Growing up with a camera in front of your face, having to feel like you are forced to always film, okay? A lot of the kids nowadays are just growing up instantly before birth with a camera to that stomach, because it's a big marketing, it's a big money, it's a big money bag, it's a lifestyle. And so even looking at Sister Wives, okay, looking at Cody and those women, they were also very unhappy. There's a lot of manipulation, a lot of control, which you see in a lot of these, at least from the Derricos and Sister Wives, and also some of these other shows. But these primary two, I see a lot of control. Control. Is there love next, or is it down here? Because it seems like it's a lot of control, a lot of you do what I say. And I think ultimately on Sister Wives, the women, some of the women were actually able to break free of Cody, the control. And unfortunately, we saw what happened with one of the children, the mental health issues that he had. You know, he was not able to overcome them. And I'm wondering if part of that was having a camera in your face, the pressures of, you know, the things kids say at school, relationships with your parents, relationship with, you know, the different dynamics of being in that situation and having a light shined on you all the time. Brings about anxiety, depression, having to also often worry about what people think about me, what are people saying about me, about our lifestyle. Not everything needs to be on TV. And I think as I've watched reality TV over time, I continue to see how these different relationships in the end crumble. And now, were the problems there before the cameras arrived? I'm sure they were. But because of the need for money on both parts, TLC wanted to make money. Also, these families getting used to the income. There's a sacrifice that has to be made. And unfortunately, I think that sacrifice becomes their relationship with themselves and their relationship with their children. Look at how even after John and Kate divorced, some people say that TLC actually kind of railroaded John into being this terrible person. And Kate herself had a lot of mental health issues. I also think Karen on the Derricos has some mental health issues, okay? Maybe it's that those children that she continues to have fulfill this emptiness inside of her, this need to feel loved. And often people are looking for connection, love, all that in the wrong spaces in their lives. And you put a camera in front of that, you get money in front of that, and suddenly it disappears. But only for so long, because eventually your trauma, your problems will come to the surface. Now, I think that TLC is going to continue these relationship shows, 90 Day Fiance, after the 90 days, before the 90 days, because the culture, the fandom is there. People are interested. People are so attached to these storylines through season after season, through social media, that it's really not going anywhere. But looking at the different marriages and how they're shaped to have people fall in love with these people, to want that, to be curious about that it's like watching a train wreck. Because half these people don't need to be together, okay? They need to be in some therapy. But once again, let's throw money at them. Let's put a camera crew. Yeah, the camera crew is going to be there at 6 a.m. So you guys need to be ready. And so all those kids become conditioned, parentified, because at the end of the day, it is labor. The children are working. Okay, they get a 1099 like their parents are, at the cost of what? Okay, and with the Derricos, I'm still wondering how it affects their children. You saw how with John and Kate, some of their children start to have, issues too. All the children in all three of these, families that we're talking about, sister wives, the Derricos, John and Kate plus 8, all the kids have different types of mental health issues that are not being focused upon. We're seeing later on how those things affected them. And at least with, John and Kate plus 8, her children don't really have relationships with one another. I think that was a lot of the parents, arguing the things one parent said about the other parent. Just the different dynamics, being a child of a divorce, being a child of a system that was propelled by money. Okay? So we have to look at how these relationships are not really real. They're curated for an audience, to give the audience what maybe they're missing, maybe they're looking for. But I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about the string of divorces happening in TLC? Do you think the problems were there and the cameras just exacerbated it? Or do you think that the cameras don't really matter? Okay? I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. What are some other relationships from TLC that have ended in divorce? Is TLC very toxic? Okay? We can get into it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.